I'm Naruto65 here with Xavier, part of Bluefin Corp.
Yes, I'm Xavier. I'm the marketing at Bluefin Distribution. We're the U.S. exclusive distributor for Tamashii Nations, which is Japan's high-end collectibles brand by Bandai Japan.
And we just had a couple questions for you. We're looking at here at Final Ante, and I wanted to know if this is a prototype or if this is the official one.
This is a prototype. This was the prototype you've seen at past Tamashii Nations events. It was at last week at Tamashii Features. They flew it in from that event and set it up here for San Diego. The sculpt was approved by and supervised by Yuki Shimada, who was the original. He created Biollante pretty much. So this is his pet project. So if something is off, you're going to have to somehow convince him that, hey, your creation is off.
This is what it's supposed to look like. So what we're seeing here is the definitive version. Essentially,
yeah.
This version's
it's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be how Biollante and the materials, if they were able to actually have them be as organically articulated as possible. This is what Biollante should be. The vines with the mouths, these are all individually articulated. On here, there's little segments that have ball joints in place. On the final product, they may be swivel joints where just rotates in order to create where they might be ball joints. I'm not sure yet, but this is still just the prototype. When the final product comes in, the vines should all still be articulated, as is the neck of the monster.
Is this bendable wire, or
no,
is
it's not a wire. They're individual. They're like the tails of Godzilla and the other monsters. The individual segments that are connected by ball joints.
Okay. As far as where the leg parts, I guess you could call it right there, how much articulation does that work?
That I'm not sure of, because this is still a prototype model that they brought over. So the parts where the thick vine connects to the base, right now there's not there. So I'm not sure what the actual instruction is going to be on the final product. Unfortunately, we ran out of juice for the LED in the stomach, but it does glow bright.
So when you turn this on, the light, is it going to stay on, or is it fade up and down?
That's actually a good question. Right now, this prototype only just has a basic LED function just to show off that it does light up. I unfortunately can't confirm right now if it does some sort of lighting fading effect.
Okay.
For what's been known about it already, it's pretty much already know, but it is smaller than the previous Godzilla MonsterArts figures, the 94 and 95 versions. The Showa monsters were smaller, and would scale within Bandai's product lines. They scale it relative to the series it's from, not within the brand. So, like, if they make other monsters from that would match with this Godzilla, it would scale with this Godzilla. It wouldn't scale with like this Godzilla. So, if like they made a Mothra or they made a Showa Ghidorah, it would be in scale with this Godzilla.
So yeah, right there's the best idea of the scale.
Like where my finger is how much taller 94 Godzilla is than 1964.
We noticed that the segments right here, they go all the way down to right here. So we're not going to get stuck with their articulation stopping right here, which is fantastic. That's what fans have been wanting.
It looks like it's up to here.
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's right here. Correction, right here. So it's only 2 sections worth, I guess. It's not bad.
So as you know, the S.H.MonsterArts line, it also includes some figures with die casts like MechaGodzilla and Mogira. So the Kiryu that's coming out, it also incorporates some die cast material, so it gives the figure some substantial weight. Kiryu comes with a lot of accessories, including parts for the different eyes. I believe, I can't remember right now, I believe it's a separate head for the different colored eyes.
Okay.
I unfortunately can't remember right now, so I can't confirm that. But he's also extremely articulated, including the tail, and his body has been sculpted to make it look like he's wearing an internal suit over the metallic armor.
With the chest piece, as you know, this figure, there's actually 2 versions of this monster. One has an absolute 0 cannon cannon, which is a different version, and then there's one with the maser cannon. Is there a replaceable? Are they doing two different pieces that fit there? Because the suits are almost identical, really. It's just the different chest parts.
That is something the product manager would have to be able to answer. I'm not sure, unfortunately. I know a lot of fans are probably interested in that.
Yeah.
But there's currently no one on site here amongst our staff that's able to answer that.
Backpack obviously comes off, just pops off and on or whatever through different attachments. Now the wrist parts though, we see that there's a cable and everything. Is that attached to the backpack or is it different hand parts?
You see the blue parts, they do detach. The wires, they connect to a plate that's between the back and the backpack.
Okay. And we see that obviously these areas right here, they go up and down. They'll be able to individually go up and down.
Yes.
Fans here have noticed that accessories have been in many, or we're not seeing so much anymore as we did with our first wave of releases. So Destroya didn't come with any accessories, and everybody's really talking about 1964. That one's coming with an atomic breath part or something like that. Same thing with Kiryu. I mean, obviously we have a little bit of accessories with Kiryu, but
the accessories for Kiryu are more like his backpack attachments, like the different head.
But most notably, the beam weapons is what everybody's really asking for.
It's a design decision that I unfortunately am unable to answer.
Yeah. Some have asked if it was like they're losing the parts because it costs more to get the stuff, or if it's just like a little bonus.
Well, for the first Godzilla and MechaGodzilla, it was intended to be a bonus. They weren't going to come with them for subsequent reprints.
Right.
But I am unsure what the actual reason for the lack of them in subsequent releases are. A lot of people like how fantastic the sculpts are. They want to appreciate how beautiful and sharply detailed they are. But at the same time, there's another part of the crowd that really wants to. They like the extreme articulation that the figure arts line has provided through DRs and now MonsterArts, and they want to see that incorporated into the monsters. And so it's difficult to strike a balance between maintaining as much of the sculptor's intentions and also being able to have a very elaborate articulation system for the arms, the tails, and like the hips. I know for the 1995 Godzilla, there's a lot of contention between, there's a lot of gaps in the legs, but also like the gaps were made because the complaint for the 1994 release was, it can't move that much. So it's hard to strike. It's hard for Tamashii Nations, their product developers to compromise with both crowds. For like the Showa releases in particular, it seems the feedback they've received in like Japan and other areas is that people want those sculpts to be more focused on its appearance and detail. And so you can see through 1964 Godzilla, the gaps have been sort of minimized, so it won't be quite as articulated as 1995 Godzilla, which was designed specifically to be extremely articulated.
If you're getting them for like, movie replica stuff, I mean, I guess you could always hope for a Tamashii Zero art figure of these guys.
Figure art Zero. I wonder what that'd be interesting to look into to see if anyone would be interested in.
If that were to happen, you'd be catering a lot to the fans that are looking for the most articulated, or not articulated, but the most, movie sculpt, And there are a lot of people that would just buy the statues over the articulated figures.
That's something I can inform the product manager.
So that's the type of feedback is important. That's what we utilize on our Facebook page and also through other market research and surveys. Like, sort of what is it that fans are looking for that they would like to purchase?
Stuff that's like for example, like for the Alien versus Predator MonsterArts that we unveiled here, we're getting feedback for how people are receiving them, like in terms of the detail of the skull, or whether or not it's something that they would want to purchase. That sort of feedback is important because a lot of times Tamashii Nations, they'll make products and they're sort of unsure exactly of how the market will receive them, but they want to know because maybe it'd be a good item for the market, it would be well received and it would do well. But you won't know until you try. So stuff like this, when we're unveiling new items and new properties, new franchises, we want that reception, that feedback, positive and negative, so we can build around what items that fans would want to enjoy.
And then to ask on the Alien and Predator, a lot of fans of even these franchises, they've actually had a big question is why the first Alien versus Predator movie over the other ones. You may not know that.
It is something I do not know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It may be a licensing thing, or it might be something else that I'm unaware of. But that's unfortunately something I cannot answer.
Regarding the photo showing the big boxes and the stuff blocked out and everything, are we seeing everything that's Monster Arts here, or is there still something that's hiding yet that we haven't seen yet here at Comic-Con?
Yeah, there are some things. So at these shows, there are other items that are last minute on display or not on display because of certain issues. There might be licensing, or maybe the prototype that we don't feel is in an appropriate condition to show off. Appearances or something like that. So, like for example, the Yellow Ranger, the female body we didn't have on preview night. We had to have it brought in because they actually forgot it.
Oh dear.
So there are at these shows there are other things that you don't see that because of circumstances out of our control we cannot show. Well, at this show, this is what is here.
This is what is it.
What you're seeing right now is what is in our what is being shown at this show.
Okay, yeah. And then so going back to those boxes, the Western monster and the not kaiju. This is Alien versus Predator is what those boxes are.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do you think there would be more Showa figures in the, or is this kind of like a test?
Well, yeah, generally the first of a new franchise or new series, it does serve as a litmus test for the demand and forecast for that market segment. So we'll see what happens with our buddy over here.
Why isn't a Showa a main release? Why is it a web exclusive in Japan? So everybody's wondering, do they not, rely in that because they're testing the waters to see if people want Showa monsters? Whereas, for example, Kyu got a main release.
Well, there is what I was talking about with the articulation appearance. The sort of like really articulated figures is there's an age demographic issue. The younger you are more interested in these high-end collectible figures to be able to do lots of different things because the Monster Arts line it sprouted from the Ultra App and S.H. Figure Arts materials, which are very articulated, posable figures which retain accuracy to the source material appearance. However, the fans of those lines, they're very interested in having their figures perform all types of crazy, like, articulated motion.
It's a lot easier, too, because most of them are humanoid.
Yeah. And so the issue with Monster Arts is, the articulation is something that's foreign to a lot of Godzilla merchandise collectors. So they're not used to seeing purposely made modifications to the sculpt to account for your arm being able to do this. For like the Showa Godzilla, like there's a more, like I was saying earlier, there's more focus on making it as screen accurate as possible. There is a sort of different demographic for the Showa monsters than the Heisei era Godzilla monsters. They originally started with the Heisei monsters specifically because those children who had grew up seeing the Heisei Godzilla and his Godzilla monsters were grown up now and had the income to be able to purchase and want like articulated and movie accurate representations of those characters they saw as children. That's why they started with the Heisei era initially.
I'm actually excited to see its completion if that happens. There's only 3 left from what I remember. There's Mecha King Ghidorah that needs to be worked on, and then there's Mothra. Everybody's asking about Mothra. They're like, we don't get it. It's the most popular, third most popular monster. Why isn't it done yet? Sort of thing.
There's likely some licensing and timing issues. That's always the answer. There's licensing or timing issues.
And if there was a Mothra done, they think that a larva form and the adult form would be packaged together. I would think that maybe the larva forms might be an exclusive or together. I mean, it's just one of those things you have to ponder about.
That's something for like the product designer manager to look at the feedback. But if we see the feedback, constantly post on our Facebook page your thoughts, your ideas, and that's how Bandai sees the feedback for the products they're making. And so items like the Shenron, which is from Dragon Ball Z, which is over in that display case over there, it's getting a lot of great feedback because it's something that a lot of people didn't really necessarily think that would possibly be made. And so this was one of those items where they made it just to see if people would want it, and it's getting a lot of great feedback now.
And it's actually interesting that you mentioned Shenron over there because a lot of people, there's a monster kaiju that's just like
Manda,
a
right?
Manda.
Yeah.
And everybody's been wondering, like, how would this happen and stuff. So that monster, or the Shenron over there, is he sculpted by the same group that does the monster arts here, or is that D arts that, or what is
the
it?
Figure Arts line.
Figure Arts.
Actually,
different group.
for Shenron, they aren't sure right now whether it would go under Monster Arts or Figure Arts because it's a marketing issue.
Right.
But if it does have the same level of detail and thought behind process behind it as the Monster Arts line.
Okay.
Because it is a monster, and so it would fit perfectly with the Monster Arts line. But at the same time, because it's from an anime franchise, Dragon Ball Z, the S.H. Figure Arts label would also be appropriate.